This is God Off Topic.
I'm Mike.
I'm Jason.
I'm Neisha. We talk about everything from Disney movies
To blowjobs.
And everything in between. Hopefully we don't offend.
We probably will.
This is
God Off Topic.
We're back.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
All right.
I don't know why I cheers. Oh,
All right.
That's right. You had your water. And there's your whiskey.
with the
Okay,
whiskey.
well, at least you
cheers
drank
with
the
water.
right
I
one.
feel like that would be bad luck to cheers with water when I have whiskey sitting right here.
Yeah, that's okay. At
Still
least you
alright.
drank it.
It's whatever. It's fine.
You're still the boo.
Thanks, Boo.
You're welcome, boo. All right, we're back again.
We're back
Tag team.
further into 2018.
I believe
Way further into 2018. Oh, my God. I don't even know what week this is, but oh, my God, it's
finally
cray-cray.
back to our normal format, yeah?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think we got the all the holiday shit out of the way. I mean, stuff.
Well, I don't know
for you
if I'd
people.
call it shit, but
Well,
you know.
I will.
Sure.
You can call it whatever you want to call it.
Which is funny, though, because we've got the holidays over, but in Texas, it's about to be the coldest ass time of the year. You know, once we hit
I don't know,
January,
man. We
February,
had
although it was
our
pretty
fucking
cold
New
for
Year's was
Christmas, yeah.
ridiculous by Texas standards.
I feel like every time we come to the middle of January, everybody keeps saying, "Well, it's a little warmer than average this year."
Yeah,
we're
but
getting a little warmer than average.
Today it was.
We'll see.
It's like in the low 60s.
Low 60s, yeah.
But like New Year's Eve, it was like 20
Oh, yeah,
degrees
it was
with a
cold
wind.
for a
It
while.
felt like
Oh, it was horrible.
9.
It's horrible. I had to scrape my windshield going
I
to
had to do
work
that
Again?
one morning.
multiple
yeah.
times.
This is bullshit.
It was thick too, and like I have a
Nobody makes my boo scratch her windshield multiple
no.
times.
I actually, because of my years living in Minnesota, I actually have an ice scraper in my car. I make sure to keep one.
Even in Texas.
Because even, like, I don't think if I would have ever moved to Minnesota, I don't think I would have kept an ice scraper in my car. But I keep one now. And so, but it's just like, it's a bigger truck than I'm driving a truck now. So I can't reach the middle just by, the middle of the windshield just by, like, my
pretty
feet on
high
the
up
ground.
truck, yeah.
So I have to, like, climb up there, but my hands are freezing and I have to grab, like, snow. And I don't have proper gloves. I have those, like, those thin, like cotton ones or whatever. So I have to like grab my hood and like lift myself up, and I don't have muscles, so I have to go like and then I fall back down, and I have to like jump back up and it's like it's an old truck.
It's a jump and scrape move.
I just went to the totally inappropriate place. I bet you have some pokies when you get down. Get in there and warm them up.
But it's an old truck, and the
year's your
defrost
truck?
doesn't start 99. It doesn't start working.
Your truck looks good for a 99.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I've only had it for a year, so thank you to my grandpa, my papa. But it doesn't work very well, so it takes a while for it to kick on. So I put it on full blast, hoping that it'll help me out, but it really doesn't.
No.
It's a process.
But that's okay, because we're in the 60s now.
Yeah, we're in the 60s.
Do what's
fine.
scraping ice.
We survived our near-death experience of New Year's.
We might
Eve
have one or two more bouts with that. You know,
I don't really think that. I think the next one will come up probably end of February. It always gets cold.
typically
Yeah.
February.
Right at the end of February, right before South by.
It's going to be a little bit before we get another one for sure.
Yeah.
You're ready to be honest. That March-April time frame is perfect, weather-wise.
Oh yeah.
March, April, May.
Was it
it's like
last?
perfect.
Allah
last
willing,
March,
it
though?
will be that time this year.
Well,
Was it last spring break time that it was chillier than usual? Was it?
Well,
Or was it
typically-
the one before?
I didn't go
was
out for
like,
South by
oh.
last year. The last time I went to South by was when me and you went out and Mike went
Oh,
out.
yeah.
That was
We
like
talked
years
about
ago now.
that
when
was
you got me drunk.
fantastic.
At work.
Yes, I got you drunk at
Yeah.
work while we
No,
were
I
filming.
think it was
That's great.
last year though. It was like I was colder than usual. I was having to wear a jacket.
Well, if I remember
actually zip
South
up.
by last year, it was colder in the evening
zip up.
than in the morning. The
Yeah.
days were pretty nice. I think it rained a little bit though too.
Probably.
It typically always does.
Yeah. April showers.
I didn't get it. I didn't get invited. February, March,
March
pre-April
showers.
showers.
Rain. Pre-April showers. Pre-May flowers.
Some of that pre-stuff happens. It just happens.
Anyway,
I just did that. That was the reason.
what else have I been up to? Anything? What's new?
That's okay. Well, you know,
Since the last time I went to the bathroom once, just once.
Just once.
It's a different time now. Nothing much, just working
Working
and you know,
that grind. Sorry,
trying to think. I was trying to think of that
What's Mike
fucking
and
Dazed
Neisha?
and Confused quote where they send the miner in to buy the beer.
Yeah,
And he's like,
he's kind of
I was thinking about going to college, but I got a job and I like to keep a little money in my pocket. And the cashier's like, well, here's a little more money for your pocket. I hear that. Yeah, we like to quote Austin movies here, keeping it hometown.
Oh yeah.
I had Richard. I did not personally. We had Richard Linklater on a show recently.
Did you ask him if he wanted to be on our podcast, or were you too busy watching Netflix?
No, I actually didn't leave the booth at all, so I didn't actually see him
Did you
in person.
listen to the whole
Do you
interview?
ever leave the booth? That's 2 questions.
As little as I can.
Okay.
I try not to if I don't have to.
What was
I
your
don't
question?
leave.
I was wondering, did you listen to the actual interview while it was going on?
Were you like, oh, this guy's interesting?
Partially. It was so the way
The preeminent.
Did he win an Oscar?
Movie.
Has he won an Oscar
No, he
yet?
should have fucking. Well, I don't know.
Well, he
what
was
would you say
nominated,
was
right?
a better
here we go.
movie?
Here we go.
Boyhood, or did you see Boyhood?
I did not, but
oh my god,
I
dude!
saw
fantastic things.
Boyhood.
Okay,
Don't
What
talk
did you
about
think
it.
of it?
I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was kind of drawn out.
Well,
it's
it did
12
take like
years,
12
right?
years of fucking film.
Felt like that.
It was
What was the other
Birdman won that year,
Birdman was pretty good.
Yeah.
Birdman was pretty damn good.
and that's the thing. Like
But I haven't seen Boyhood.
Boyhood is kind of like Dazed and Confused, where like it's just kind of like not really a lot happens. It's just kind of like a clip of various clips of this family's life, really. It's nothing. There's no trick camera shit or any of that stuff. It's just kind of like this is what life is like. Whereas Birdman is like it. They make it seem like gigantically long takes and all this stuff, which is fucking phenomenal. I was rooting for Boyhood, and it might have been partially because the local aspect of it or whatever. But you're not wrong. Fucking Birdman was
that was
an incredible movie.
I think everybody in that was nominated for some supporting role or
it was
some
incredible.
role, right? I mean,
did you ever see Birdman? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which did you like better?
Out of the two?
Yeah.
Birdman.
Yeah. I mean, it had either.
Again, I watch movies strictly to be entertained in the moment, and I have such ADD. I zone out a lot, and no fault of my own. I try my damnedest to focus, and it does not work. And so I can't speak to you about specifics on pretty much anything I watch.
Boyhood is an amazing feat, though. Like to film something for like a month every summer for like, I don't know, 10 years or however long he did it.
It's pretty impressive how they did it. Yeah.
And that he's lucky nobody passed away, thank God. But
and no one bailed.
And nobody said, "I'm not fucking coming back for this." Yeah, like it's an amazing feat to watch. Like to watch a movie where you can literally see the same person older for each segment of a movie.
I'll have to check.
It's a really good movie. It's a good movie. Nisha's right. It's not
definitely
like
worth the watch.
It's not like this action packed like Birdman, like dramatic grip of your seat thing. It's just it's like this boy's life as he grows up. But I actually think you would enjoy it quite a bit, being a parent.
Well,
Only parents will like that movie.
Well,
so.
he used to be in the indie movie phase, but he's grown out of that.
Well, I watched a number of indie movies.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
Well, that's true. Yeah,
he was really in it. Like,
I really was.
In the movie phase.
I used to go back in high school. I don't know if I told you this before, but back in high school, my little sister and I, my brothers had moved away, my oldest sister had moved away, so it was just me and my younger sister living at home. And we were so bored all the time that my dad got us the Blockbuster movie pass, so you could rent 3 movies a day. I think it was. It wasn't a week.
Oh, wow.
It by far was not a week. It must have been a day. You could rent 3 movies a day, unlimited movies a month, right? So we would go in the morning, and we would just start on one side, and if we didn't recognize the movie, we would see if it had the little, what are they called? The
little tag to make sure it was
the
in
gold
stock
tags
or whatever.
No, to that they won awards.
Oh, okay.
All the indie film awards, and the more they had, the better. We wouldn't even look at the title.
Like
we wouldn't
movie
look at the
tag,
characters.
movie poster hashtags,
Kind of. So the more hashtags it had, we would just grab it, and so we would go home and watch those movies, and then we'd take them right back. And then we return them. Next day we'd get 3 new ones, and we'd go home and we'd watch them. And we watched so many fucking movies that entire summer we watched all of Blockbuster.
Really?
Yeah, we watched so many movies.
There is still a Blockbuster open I can't remember what city it was. I saw a post on Facebook.
No, I drove through it. So back in July when I went up to Seattle for my birthday.
Maybe that's where it is.
We were driving from Seattle to right outside of Oregon, like Mount Hood area, and we passed an open Blockbuster. I cannot for the life of me
a couple of them
remember
that are still
the name of the
there.
town. We were just like, what? Like, I wish we would have turned around so I could take a picture.
I saw a Facebook picture, like, oh my god, there's a fucking Blockbuster.
It just shoots me back to like 2005, 2006.
Yeah, I remember going to that in like college and shit. Like, wow, Blockbuster. Good times.
So yeah, miss you, Blockbuster.
Miss you, Blockbuster.
Miss you.
Hashtag, where have all the good times gone?
Be kind, please rewind.
Yeah, that's a better hashtag. Be kind, rewind. So... I forgot what were we talking about?
Well, I don't think we were talking about it.
We were just kind of going through shit.
We're
into the new year. That's what it is. We're into the new year. That's right. How's everybody's year starting off? Now that we're not talking about the past.
Oh no, we've moved on. We're 2018 and beyond now.
Neisha, anything new going on with you?
No.
Mike, anything new going on with you?
Thank you, Neisha, for sticking to your...
way to surprise us. Mike, anything new with you? Mike started his new, like I said last year, he started his New Year's resolution in April.
Yeah, my New Year's resolution started last April, so I think I've mostly accomplished that.
I have just started my New Year's resolution. I have lost about 5 pounds.
Okay, well,
I'm going to start back to the gym now that it's not fucking 12 degrees outside.
Yeah.
Wuss.
Dude, you're absolutely right. I cannot stand I can't work out in pants.
Yes, I mentioned this earlier in a conversation we had. It's hard to leave the house when it's that temperature. You don't want to even get off the couch or
even
out of the covers.
Inside the house. I put tights on and I put sweatpants on and then I put a shirt on and I put a hoodie on and then I just put a blanket on top of me and I don't move.
Yeah, and getting back to what you were saying, I don't work out in pants either.
I can't
just
stand
do it.
Like, I have to wear shorts.
Yeah.
And not just shorts. The old Chariots of Fire shorts. Like where basically your nuts are hanging out of the bottom of them.
I like the old coach's shorts.
With the button.
Yeah. Whatever material that was.
They're like rubber. Like they're made of koozie material. Like that.
Yeah, exactly. Neoprene shorts. With 2 buttons, with pockets.
Now listen.
And
you're letting your team down, see what I'm saying?
Everyone came with a whistle in the pocket. And a stopwatch in the other pocket.
A fucking pair of shorts, a polo shirt, and a whistle. Said every coach ever.
That is the best way to work out. You just feel better.
You just feel like bossing
in those specific shorts.
Kids around.
Oh, yeah. You're wearing your stopwatch. You're blowing the whistle at people for no reason.
Wait, you wear a stopwatch to work out?
Oh, you have to.
If you're a coach.
If you're a coach, you have a stopwatch.
Do coaches actually work out? Because in my experience growing up,
probably not.
All of my coaches were a little overweight.
Once you get to the point where you get those shorts, you don't have to work out.
You don't have to work out.
You've made it to another level.
You become
Those
a coach.
are stretchy pants. Stretchy koozie pants.
Yeah. When you don't have to actually play anymore and you just coach, you don't have to work out.
If you got the whistle, you don't have to work out.
Yeah.
It's true.
You've made it when you put certain things in your mouth.
That make noise when you blow on them.
Yeah.
I'll say it again.
No.
Your poor girlfriend.
My girlfriend is perfectly satisfied. Okay, fuck both of you. I hate you both. I quit.
Oh,
she's not gonna listen to this. So
all will be revealed.
No, she doesn't listen to this.
She hates our podcast.
I already pissed her off a little bit too much.
Okay.
Podcast after dark. All will be revealed.
So we do have a structure. 14 minutes in. We always start with our. We didn't do it last episode because it was the post holiday letdown. So let up, as these two let up. So now we're going to our oddball news stories.
Going back to the news.
Neisha, do you have a news story you can lay on us? Oddball news of the world.
Okay.
What's your news story, Boo?
So the title is Sumo Wrestling Champion Sentenced for Hitting Opponent with Karaoke Remote Control.
I hate when that happens. What? At a time.
Look at the picture, though. I don't know if this is actually the guy,
do a screenshot of that and put it on Facebook.
But I hope this is.
It's amazing how flexible those guys are,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. He's barely off the ground, but he's just bent over.
He's wearing a very colorful thing.
What do they call those?
Thing.
I don't know. What do they call it?
Is it a wrap or a diaper or a?
I think they do call them diapers.
Is it
sumo wrestler?
Might
I
be,
think they call them sumo diapers or something.
Sumo diapers.
I think so. I could be wrong.
Do they make those for dogs? So this was, it's from the UK, and it was just a few days ago.
Okay.
Current.
By the way.
That is current oddball news story.
Current
Good for
oddball
you.
news.
Good on you, boo.
Gotta keep people updated.
You gotta keep it current.
You gotta make sure people know what's going on.
Yes.
So, a sumo champion has been fined thousands of pounds.
Alexa. Oh, she's not in here.
For hitting a junior
didn't
wrestler
hear
with a karaoke machine remote control. Former grand champion Aramu Fuji Kohai,
Oh, here we go again.
33, was ordered to pay 500,000 yen, or approximately 3,280 pounds for you Europeans.
Or $2 in US dollars.
Or $2. For assaulting rising star Takanoiwa.
No. Say it right. You want me to read it?
I'm gonna let.
Oh boy, roll your R's.
I'm gonna let Jason read
What is
it.
it? Takanoa Yoshimon.
That is not even close.
Well, it's not very long.
Takanoa Yoshimon.
Yoshimori.
I said it right.
While drinking at a bar in
dare you.
Fukuoka.
Just read the damn story.
I gotta get the name.
A sumo wrestler.
Yoshimori Yakamoto.
Call him Lee. Just call him Lee.
Nakatomi Tower.
I was working on the city name, guys. I was working on the city name.
Now I have a machine gun.
Okay,
Ho,
so...
Ho, ho, ho. It's still Christmas here.
Alright, guys. So, the guy that got hit...
Did you see the watch?
Taki. We're going to call him Taki. Taki's... What? I've moved on. They're having their own conversation.
Oh.
Hold on. Bring it back in.
That's a 40-year-old conversation.
Please continue.
We got Al Jarreau queued up.
I'm literally crying.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
Woo.
Hold on.
Take it. You want some more?
Not right now.
You know, speaking of that, during this last holiday season, CNN was showing their decades specials. You know, they had the 60s, 70s, 80s, and so. Well, my wife and I were watching one night, and they were showing the 80s, and it was the 80s television.
Oh yeah, I saw
just
that.
the different ones, and one of the shows that they talked about was
Moonlighting. I saw it.
Yeah, speaking of Nakatomi Plaza, and great
Bruce Willis.
Yeah, it was just a great episode.
Okay.
A lot of memories.
Okay.
Sorry. You know,
Start your news story
you go.
over, boo. Sumo wrestler
Anyway.
in a diaper.
Taki.
That's his name, Taki?
I'm shortening it because I can't pronounce his name.
that's good.
I gave it to you, but go ahead.
He's a rising star. He's the one that got hit with the remote.
Oh.
His skull was initially thought to be fractured by the remote, and he had to withdraw from a tournament as he was hospitalized for 3 days.
3 days?
3 days for getting hit with the remote.
Wow.
That must be on the old
Doctors-
school, old big remotes, you know? All the buttons and
The one where they have
probably like 4 batteries in it.
VCR, everything in it.
It's not like my fire
I
fire
feel like
remote.
my VCR DVD combo that I have at home, that like hitting someone full blown over the head with that is the only
Yeah,
way
you
they
almost
should be
need
out
to throw
for
the
3
whole
days.
TV at
Yeah,
him, right?
a remote.
I mean, a
please.
remote. I don't know.
Doctors later revealed his injuries were not so severe, and there were no symptoms of skull fracture or brain fluid leakage.
Brain fluid?
Or fluid leakage. Brain fluid leakage.
Brain fluid.
Okay, this is becoming a stupid
taking a
story.
turn
Hold on.
for the worse.
Hold on.
Poor guy.
The incident occurred in November while the two Mongolians, specifically
Mongolians?
were on tour with other wrestlers. Haramafuji is Mafuji. He began slapping and hitting the younger wrestler with the remote control for checking his phone. I mean...
That's pretty annoying.
Just-
I mean,
You're trying to fucking wrestle a
phone.
bitch.
that happens,
lay on his
but
phone.
is somebody really going to pull out their phone and check their Facebook feed when they're in the middle of a wrestling
He
match?
had already been told off for his bad attitude by Grand Champion Akuho's show, the Japan Sumo
Whoa, what was his
Associate.
name? No, say it with the accent.
That's racist.
It's not racist. You're trying to do him justice. I feel like you're painting me as a racist.
You pronounce
Your
it.
phone's too dark.
Right there.
Hakuho Show.
Show.
Yeah,
Just call him Show.
Show. His name's Show.
Lee Show.
Mr. Show.
Lee. Lee Show.
Lee Show, okay.
We're not big in Japan.
He was the Haramufuji guy was forced to resign in late November over the incident. This is a point.
I feel like we've made it interesting with your racism.
Last week, he was found guilty of assault. His lawyer released a statement on his behalf. It's probably all in Japanese. Hold on.
I want to see a picture of this remote control
Yeah, me too.
from this karaoke machine. I mean, it can't be more than a few buttons, right?
The caption for the picture that it shows says Haramufuji I'm probably butchering that name.
Why would you say that, Boo? Don't
just-
sell yourself short. You got
It just
this.
seems like Haramufuji. I mean, that's what it looks
That's
like.
his man's name.
What's the name?
Bows an apology with his stable master during his retirement conference.
Should the
You
motherfucker
can't
retire
see
after he threw a
you
fucking
can't
remote
see
at
the
somebody's
master's
head?
head. It's chopped off the image. But Haramufuji is bowing.
Who's that guy bowing? That's the guy.
Haramufuji.
That's the guy that retired.
And that's his
He
master.
threw the remote,
That's
or he
his
caught
He's the guy that threw the remote.
That's the guy that beat him. He didn't throw it. He beat
Check
him.
Facebook
He
for a picture of
slapped.
he
quote,
slapped
unquote,
a
he
bitch upside
slapped
his head with a
him
remote.
with the remote. Because of this incident, my life as Haramufuji is now set to be sharply different from what I thought it would be. I have feelings of chagrin, to be honest.
Chagrin?
Sure.
Or is
But
it
the
like
responsibility
Japanese
is all
version?
mine.
Chagrin.
I'm not even going to read the rest of this. That's my story.
Don't throw a remote.
So he
at
retired.
Some
in shame.
sumo wrestlers slapped a guy with a remote, and the guy was out for 3 weeks. And
All right,
so, Mike, do you have or Jason?
Mike, you don't have a news story, right?
Jason.
Okay.
Jason, have a news
So
story?
mine is, I know we're post holiday, but I found this one. It's it's holiday related, which is ironic because I fucking hate the holidays. But I thought we would all get a kick out of this, especially living in the land of Willie Nelson. The title is Elderly Couple Stopped in Nebraska with 60 pounds of weed for Christmas presents. That is the name of the story. Sheriff deputies in York County, Nebraska stopped a pickup truck on Tuesday when they noticed it was driving over the center line and the driver failing to signal. During the traffic stop, deputies noticed a small smell of raw marijuana, the sheriff department says.
That's a good smell.
It's not bad. Patrick Uron, 80, and Barbara Uron, 83. Oh, he married an older lady. Said they were from Northern California and were on route to Boston and Vermont. Deputies asked the driver, Patrick, about the odor, and he admitted to having contraband on the truck and consented to a search of the vehicle. With the help of the county's canine unit, here's one for Mike. Deputies searched the Toyota Tacoma.
Oh, okay. Hey, great vehicle.
When they looked under the pickup topper, deputies found 60 pounds of marijuana,
Oh, man.
as well as multiple
horrible
containers
place
of
to
concentrated
store it.
This guy
THC.
has great truck and great cargo.
They said the marijuana was for Christmas presents. The department told the New York Times, estimated the street value of the pot at over $300,000.
Jesus.
I don't know why we're doing this podcast. We should just start selling weed.
That's what I've been saying.
The Hurons now face felony charges of possession of marijuana with the intent to deliver, not sell, to deliver. And no no drug tax stamp, which is the new thing now, I guess. Nebraska law requires marijuana dealers to purchase drug tax stamps from its Department of Revenue because they want to make money off
Of course
that
they
shit.
do.
Oh.
Yes.
Don't trust Nebraska.
For the friends of
man.
for the
They're
friends of
horrible.
family in New England, which is where I'm from, who expected a bag of weed in their stocking this year, it looks like it won't be a green Christmas after all. And that's my story.
Well, now that
Sorry,
would be
Grandma.
that would be an interesting Santa sack. That'd be
That
all
would be
right.
an
You
awesome
open that up
Santa
like,
sack.
okay, Santa, let's
So
do this.
can you hook up a Santa Sack Part 2 at the end of January? Like for next episode?
You know,
We got to get the band back together first.
let's
get the band back together and then...
Let's get to South by. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Or if, you can help us out, please comment below.
Please. We live in ATX.
You know what's funny, though, is all those stories where people get caught, they're always driving. They always commit some kind of, they're over the lane, or they're driving
Just
erratically,
something
or they
stupid.
run a red light, or they don't stop, or they have a busted tail light. It's their own fault. Just
is.
drive normal, have a non-busted ass car.
That's what Neisha
And
does.
you can get where you need to go.
Hey!
Just saying. These people always get caught for these random things.
Yeah, yep.
Speeding or, not yielding somewhere. It's just, come on, man.
Yeah.
Get your gifts to where they need to go.
One day we'll have a instructional video from our boo on there. How to not get busted transporting weed
Yes.
and other narcotics.
I'll write a blog post.
There you go.
You know what they needed?
We should totally start a blog.
Those people needed a bandit.
Anyway, so do we I'm just kidding. Do we have a topic for the day?
We do have a
do.
topic.
Yes, we
I
do.
have a topic for today.
Let's move on to the
Normally, I
topic.
just like to be the entertainment, but I will bring a topic because I've been drinking since we had
A long time ago.
yes, in a galaxy far, far away.
We went back to our favorite brewer house.
We went. Oh yes, Mike. Where did we go?
Our coffee house brewery.
We
the
all
Red
went
Hole.
back to where it all began.
Yeah, the coffee
Not
house brewery.
began, but the day we recorded began, not the place where we began.
We
Jason's looking at me.
we each had a flight.
I
of
love
beer.
it strong. I love it strong.
Please check
It
out
is.
our Instagram. There's pictures on there.
Our love began at a warehouse.
It did. And then it blossomed on a film set. And here we are today.
And here we are.
Where did it begin, Mike?
It began at the Red Horn.
Did you already say that? And we were talking.
I did. Y'all were talking, and
I apologize, Mike.
that's okay.
We'll cut all that out.
We're
That's
so
okay.
into
Mike,
ourselves.
where did this
Y'all were
begin?
talking about
We're
your
so into
movies and
ourselves,
your
it's,
ideas, and
hard
I
to-
have
We
been.
are such a
Hard
narcissistic
to
couple.
stop.
I was involved, if you remember, on one of those movies.
You were in the very movie we were talking about. It was actually
involved
a
in
web
that.
series,
And yet
which I
it's-
would like to begin again.
It's funny that I'm never
Finnegan begin again.
mentioned in those
Who's
web
Finnegan?
series. I was in
Yeah.
that web series.
You
Or in
were.
that episode,
You were.
or
You were.
whatever
You were
it
pretty
is,
funny.
whatever it was.
Blonsky.
Bruce Jablonski.
Yes, I was in there.
He has a Facebook page.
A Facebook page. Look me up.
Like
comment.
him. Try to friend him on Facebook if you listen to this.
Please,
because
please
Bruce
friend me.
Bruce
Jablonski.
Jablonski.
Just
Also, try
Jablonski.
to follow God Off Topic
Please
on Facebook.
follow God Off Topic.
And on Instagram at God Off
Inevitable social media.
Topic. Indubitably.
And we
Tosh.
communicate regularly with our listeners.
Anyway, what's our topic?
Topic.
Let's go.
Let's
Wow. Okay, our topic is. Let me see if I can read this. So,
It's getting dark in here.
this is a very heavy topic. Do you think, looking at your life over the past 10 years for Neisha or 20 years for me and Mike, do you look at your life now and you think, man, my life is a lot different than I thought it was going to be when I was at my age currently? Like looking back over history. And Neisha young
Niche, you
because
don't
she's
have
young.
Niche, you don't have as many years to look back. Would you like to start this off?
So when you were 20, were you like, man,
Jay and I have
10 years, my life is going to be amazing.
Jay
And
and
when you're
Does it sound
30,
like
you're
that?
like, no.
we have a few more years to go back.
A few, just a few.
According to Jay, I have low T's, so I have to think.
No,
about it a little longer.
misdiagnosed.
Misdiagnosed. But
It was hearsay by the doctor. I objected.
I think pretty much anybody will say that their life is not where they
That's not
think it
true.
is.
I don't know.
Well,
That's absolutely not true.
I think most people I know
All right. Well, that's
more specifically
maybe.
will say that their lives are not where they thought it would be. I thought I would be doing a lot more, for sure.
Such as
Such as anything. I thought I would be doing anything.
Did-
I thought I would be working in, more specifically, a job that would actually be something that I enjoyed doing. That was like something I went to school for, maybe, or something that made me more money. Like all the normal things. I mean, job is probably the biggest part of it.
Well, so going, getting a little off topic. What is it? What would, if you could do anything right now for a career, what would you do?
For a career?
Yeah. Obviously, none of us are really doing our dream job.
Well, the problem with asking me what I want to do for a career is that it's changed so drastically over the past few years just because... so I thought I had an idea for my career. It's like...
When you went to school and stuff.
It's what I went to school for. Right. But over the years, things have been changing because, things change after you get out of school and you're not able to get a job. And so... I've been bouncing around jobs and I've been bouncing around hobbies. I've been bouncing around all these different things. And so I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And I honestly do not know what I would prefer to be doing right now. Because I've been out of the hobby of what I went to school for, because that's what it turned into. It turned into a hobby for a long time. And
which you're very good at. Seriously, you're very good at that. But sound engineering.
It turned into a hobby for a long time, and I was still picking up gigs, but it turned out it was like free, unpaid, like just for fun gigs. And now, the longer I do those unpaid gigs, I'm like, is this really what I want to be doing? And I'm questioning that that's actually something I enjoy doing. And it may change if like more people started paying me for that money, for those gigs. Things may change. I may renew that passion, but for now it's just like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. And right now I'm very much in a I don't know what I want to be when I grow up phase. And so I'm kind of struggling with that right now. So I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to be. I don't know. It's definitely not where I thought I'd be 10 years ago. This is not where I thought I'd be, but I think it's normal for a lot of people.
Sure.
To be at this place.
So where I'm at now, where I thought I would be when I was maybe 30 or 20. 20, I don't know what the hell I was thinking, so I'm not even going to think back that far.
I remember my 20s.
Say when I was looking into my future when I was younger, I thought I'd be married and I thought I'd have at least a kid.
Your early 30s?
Yeah, early 30s.
So you're basically on track.
Even when I was in my 20s, I thought I'd be married one day and have a kid.
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd have some, 3-4 kids and all this other stuff going on. I thought I'd be married and have a kid, and that's exactly where I'm at now. Maybe that's why I'm so content with having one kid. And, I can't speak for what I thought I would be doing career-wise or anything like that. I think for a young male at the time, young.
You're still young.
When you think of married and stuff, that's a lot to think of. You don't think much about career. You just think of, damn, I'm going to be, I'll probably be married and have a kid.
Yeah.
Which I am. Career-wise, yeah, I could probably be doing a little better. I'm not unhappy with what I do, but, you kind of get tired of doing something for so long. But I'm happy that we've started this. We're doing something a little different. In the
creativity part is definitely helpful.
It's gotten better. It definitely
helps.
It's
creativity.
It helps break
drives me. If I didn't have creativity, I'd be depressed.
Yeah, the monotony of having the same job for say 15 years, or say getting into a routine of just family life, which is fine. But when you can break it up with doing a podcast like this or some other activities, it's certainly nice.
Yeah, I mean that's a good point because I'm lucky that I have a wife that constantly reminds me. You've never been driven by money. You've always been driven by creativity and passion and music. And she's like, you can always tell when you're not doing something creative because you get really down. Like when you and your band, which you were did for a long time, stopped working. You got really down, and then when you wrote a screenplay, and while you were, with that screenplay, you were very kind of all excited or whatever. And then when that was done, you kind of got down. And then you started this podcast, and you got really excited because you have something creative to focus, and you're always thinking of topics, and you're always working on editing or whatever. I'm not sure where I was going with this, but
that's the creativity is what
I value creativity. I guess now that more now.
Although money is nice.
Well, it's funny you say that because in my past, when I would look at in my future thinking where I would be or what I wanted to accomplish, money was never in that equation.
Yeah.
I never thought of, I want to make this amount of money when I'm 35 or 40. I never thought about that. I just thought more about where I wanted to be, what I may have wanted to accomplish.
Right.
It never was about money. And, for me, it's the same way. I never really kind of gauge things on that. It's just what you've accomplished in life, where you're at with maybe your family, or, I have a daughter, so what you've been able to accomplish with that. But it's never been money driven.
And that's a good point. I think I've always been down on myself. Like, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I've always been told by people that, you're a fucking really good guitar player and all this stuff. But I consider myself like a shitty guitar player because I compare myself. Like, I feel like if you want to be the best in your field and good, I compare myself to fucking like Eddie Van Halen, Eric Clapton, and my wife will point out to me, "You're a fucking idiot to compare yourself to the top of the top."
Come on, Jim.
The best of the best. And I'm like, well, I want to be the best at what I do.
But you know how they got there? Those people surrounded themselves with other great guitarists and other great musicians.
They may have the same thoughts you have.
They worked themselves up to that point. They recorded albums. They played with other musicians. They collaborated. They learned from other great people, which you don't actually have the opportunity to do right now. I mean, you may, but I mean, what other guitarists do you know? Me? I'm nowhere even close to
I think you need to compare yourself to other people in your situation.
That's
or
true.
No, that's true. If I take a step back and logically look at myself, I will say that I'm a pretty good guitar player. I'm not like fucking Eddie Van Halen, but if you put me in a room with somebody that's just like a regular guitar player in Austin, I can hold my own. I don't think I'm technically brilliant, but I think I'm like Kurt Cobain. I'm not saying I'm like as good as Kurt Cobain. I don't want any fucking comments.
I also want to,
but I think I can write very catchy, music. I can write. I think I can write catchy music. I don't think I can fucking go up and fucking solo for like a half hour and keep somebody entertained like Slash or Eddie Van Halen or something. But I think I can write very catchy music. I've been very hard on myself on the stuff that I consider. Like you said, like I don't consider money all that great, but I consider creativity extremely important. And I'm very hard on myself on creativity. Like, I go to a job and I don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. I just do what I do to get paid and look pretty.
It's important.
It is important. It's not important, but it gets me by. But the stuff I care about, like I want this podcast to be really good. And like when I was in a band, I wanted the band to be fucking writing really good music, and and when I write a screenplay, I want the screenplay to be really good. Which is probably part of the reason I've never gone back to look at that one screenplay I wrote, because I probably could look at it now and be like, man, this isn't great. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I just think it needs to be completely rewritten.
I like the band part. I enjoyed seeing you in a band.
No, it was great.
I enjoyed being in it.
I thought that was great.
It was great. I mean, that was a really creative outlet. Like, once a week we'd get together and write music, and then during the week I'd fucking come up with new riffs and shit. And I feel like that was a really good synergy of the 4 people or 3 people, and then the drummer.
Rotating drummer.
The rotating drummer. But the singer was the perfect type of person for the type of music I was writing, and the bass player was, really too talented for his own good.
Yeah.
He was an amazing bass player. He writes shit that was so technical that it was like over the top.
Yeah.
But he's the nicest person.
Y'all made some great music though. Y'all made really catchy tunes.
Yeah.
Which is it's a bummer. It's a bummer that y'all had to stop, but
yeah.
Me, I love to be creative, but it's like I get really nervous when people see my creativity, because I don't like I like to say I don't mind being judged, but apparently I do, because if anybody sees anything I do, I don't like to show people what I'm doing, because I'm like, oh, someone's gonna judge me.
Well, that can be said about our podcast.
It's horrible.
When we first started doing this, I was a little like, how are people going to accept it and stuff?
Yeah.
You know, I listen to this show all the time.
I'm still like that.
Well, I think about that, yeah, but at the same time, like, man, this turns out pretty good. You know, I enjoy it, and I'm like, you know what? I don't worry about that anymore. I'm like, we put out some good shows, and I'm excited.
People can like it or they can not like it.
Just gotta spread the word, people. Spread the word.
Look.
Spread the word. Comment,
review. Send a topic in for us to talk about.
Yeah, it's tough finding things that you enjoy doing and that you're good at and that you can continue doing.
It's true. Yeah.
Long term.
It's funny because I have such a lackadaisical kind of view of life, but I'm very, I never really think about myself being hard on myself, but when it comes to stuff that I actually care about, like music and this, I think I'm actually extremely hard on myself.
Yeah, for sure.
Very critical.
I think anybody would say that about you.
Well, I think anybody that is successful at something is hard on themselves all the time. You know, that's why they are as successful as they are.
I heard something recently that the most successful people have the biggest egos.
That's probably true. I don't consider myself that. Do you think I have
Well,
an
that's
ego?
the problem. That's why you're not successful. You need a bigger ego. That's what I'm saying. You have to be extremely egotistical, think you're the hot shit, the biggest hot shit in the entire city.
That can work against you too, though. If I met a guy like that, I'd be like, that dick.
Yeah,
you know?
It can.
I think you always need to be humble.
I feel like
you always need to.
Definitely a level of luck that goes into
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
100%.
that's with anything. But I always think you need to kind of critique yourself. That's how you get better.
For sure.
I mean, you may not want to critique yourself against Eddie Van Halen or, say, Eric Clapton. You want to scale that back a little bit.
Yeah, be more realistic. There are a lot of like lower guitar players that could easily match up against that are selling records and touring, and you were there with them. You just have to find a band. You just have to find the right people to play with. Move to Nashville, play some country. You can tour anywhere you want.
Neisha and I would be there supporting you.
You're gonna go to Nashville?
Oh yeah.
I'd move
I like
the cost
country
of living
music.
is probably better in Nashville than it is in Austin.
I heard that town is fucking awesome.
At least, if not,
I'm not
Nashville,
a country guy, but I heard Nashville is fucking awesome.
If not Nashville, maybe Memphis.
I've always wanted to go. I've never been.
And Tennessee doesn't. I don't think they have a state income tax either. So
horribly conservative.
I would never move to a place that did not have a state income.
I would not either.
Mm. They're horribly conservative though, so I'd be hard pressed to move there.
That.
Well, yeah,
really?
In Tennessee in general,
I can't go anywhere that's anti-gay because of my boo.
Thanks, boo.
Well, I don't like that either, but maybe we got to change that.
I'd be hard pressed to move there, but I definitely want to visit.
This podcast will change states.
Move and
right.
Make that happen.
I like your style. I like your thinking. Fucking those conservative bastards.
Conservative fucking bastards.
Anyway, so I don't even know if I actually said I didn't see. I don't know if I answered the question.
Yeah, when you were 30 and now you're, what did you see when you were 30?
When I was 20, I thought I was going to be Eddie Van Halen. When I was 30, I just was like. When I was 30, I was just like.
Well, I know you're in a lot different situation than you. At the time, you probably weren't. Looking.
I was fucking incredibly unhappy and didn't even realize it.
When I was 20, I wanted to be Brandy Carlisle. That didn't turn
You still could be Brandy Carlisle.
Can't sing. That's the difference.
You can sing. You have a nice voice. I've heard you sing.
Please.
No, please sing.
You sang Cotton?
Touch
the feel of cotton, the fabric of our lives. It was beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah,
it was great.
Let's not do that ever again.
Yeah. That was the last time we ever had the chance to get sued on this podcast.
I hope I can promise that that's the last time that we'll ever sing that
Probably
song.
not.
Probably not.
So anyway, I think we all came to the end of that.
Do we have any rants?
Anybody have a rant? I do not have a rant.
I thought I had one a second ago, and then I totally forgot what it was.
I have a rant. I
Go
have a
Mike.
rant. I've been waiting for 28
Rants
years.
away, man. Rants away.
Let's do this.
It's funny, you asked me earlier what I feel like, when I was 30 and what I thought my life was going to be like when I was older. And yes, I thought, and no offense to listeners who had kids before they were in their 30s. I was 30-something before I even got married and all that. Anyway, I always thought I'd get married and have one kid, one child. And you know what? I am. I'm married. I have one little girl. Everything's fine. Well, here's the deal. Last month, when in Austin they have this big festival, the Trail of Lights, where they put up all these lights. They put up a big
corporate trail of lights.
The corporate trail of lights now. And
that's the new name of it.
Now the easiest way to go see it is you got to get tickets online, or you got to.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yes.
Well, they have free days. They have free days, but
they
it's only
do that,
3.
but
this town sucks.
Yeah.
But the best way to
Nashville.
You can get these parking passes and these tickets to get in. Anyway, so you look online to see that. Like, okay, well, let's look online to see how we can get this done. And they have, okay, here's an individual one, or a couple one, or a family one. Well, the family one is for a family of 4. Okay? A mom, dad, and 2 kids. And really, if you look at anything out there that's a festival or some kids' activity, it's either for a couple or a family of 4. There's never anything for a family of 3. I mean, families of 3 get the shaft. And we always... and that's with everything. And I'm like, so I don't get a deal because I just have 1 kid? I mean, don't get me wrong. Families with 2, 3, 4 kids, I get it. They need as many deals as they can get, and God bless them. But you know what? I have 1 kid, and that's all I will probably have. I want a fucking deal too.
Yeah.
Don't punish me because I only have 1 kid. But everything you look at, they only have deals for either a couple or a family of 4. There's no family of 3. And I know that's not the norm, although I think it's becoming more the norm. I know more people now with just 1 kid, but majority of families do have 2 or even 3 kids. But my rant is just that families of 3 get the shaft. And that needs to change.
I've thought about this before. So I come from a family of, it's a little bit
20.
big of a family. We have 7 people in our family. So, but I've thought about, because I keep seeing these deals for 4, because
it's always 4.
I work on a show that it's like these family, you can win this family 4-pack of tickets or whatever. And I'm like, well, what if you have 5 people in your family?
Well, that too,
what if you have 3? Because my mind doesn't go less; it always goes more. Because I have a bigger family. I'm like, you can't. What if you have 5 kids? You can't, or not 5 kids. What if you have 5 people in your family? You have to just pick and choose, like who has to stay home for that. Like, I don't think that should be a thing. I do not think a family pack of tickets should be a thing, because it
could be 1, 2, 3, 4. You never know.
You never know, and you like most families. I don't think have 4 people, like you were saying. I think they either have 3. Like we have so many families that probably have 9 or 10 people.
I'll be honest.
They can't apply for this.
I have my daughter, and from other people I've known that have wanted a little girl. They may have a child and they have a son. Mm-hmm. Well, guess what? They're going to try again because they want a daughter. Well, guess what? They have another son. They have another son.
Don't tell them.
Guess
tell
what?
That second son that.
They have 2 boys.
You were an accident.
Well, we're going to try again. So we now have. So that's why you have all these families with
I actually
with
have a cousin like that.
4 people, 5 people, because they. I'm sorry, having a little girl is that's the pinnacle. It seems like lately, because we know a lot of people that have boys. I have 3 nephews, and that's why I have 3 nephews. My sister kept trying to get a girl. Mm-hmm. Well, now after 3 boys, she's like, nah, I ain't gonna try anymore. Of course, she's got a niece. Is it a niece? A niece now, so it's all good. But yeah, I don't know. And that's not just with like trail of lights or festivals. It's like SeaWorld or theme parks or anything like you want to do like that. It's always geared toward families of 4.
Yeah.
That's just not not cool.
That's really weird to me. I guess I haven't put that much thought into it, but I've put as much thought into it as when I see these giveaways, it's always towards 4. And I'm like, what if you have 5?
Yeah.
What if you have a family of 5?
Well, I didn't think about it the other direct, but that makes sense too.
I mean, I guess they imagine if you have more, then you could just buy an extra ticket, which is fine. But if you have only a family of 3, I think that actually, now that you bring it up, is a bigger deal.
That is a big deal.
You don't want
Absolutely.
to buy a 4-pack on this deal, because then you're going to be paying extra.
The only deals they make now. Yes, I understand. I only have to buy a couples and 1 kid. I get that, but
there's no deal on that. Like,
there's no deal on that.
Yeah.
The deal you make for a couple and 2 kids Give me that deal.
Yeah.
So where I can get the 3-pack.
Yeah.
You know, give me that deal.
Whatever that is.
Yes, I agree.
Or whatever.
Other than that, there's no deal, so you have to buy everything individually.
I didn't think about that. That is bullshit.
You have to buy 2 individual adult tickets and then a kid's ticket.
Yeah.
There's no deal, no package,
it's
no
probably,
anything.
Actually, when you do it that way, it's probably the same cost as what this family of 4-pack
It probably is.
That's bullshit.
It is bullshit. I want a deal.
I don't even have kids. I don't even want kids.
It is bullshit.
Now that you're talking about
and I deal with that all the time because nowhere on the ticket part of the website or wherever you're at is there a 3-pack.
Yeah.
It just does not exist.
That's this fucking country saying that the optimal family, the family that is the prime family, is a family of 4.
And I think a lot of people think that. I was from a family of 4, you know, and I know a lot of people that were from a family. You know, back in the day when, you know, my parents, they just thought, okay, we're going to have 2 kids. Mm-hmm. That's how it was. Every couple had 2 kids, you know. A boy, girl, or whatever it ended up being, 2 kids. That's the norm. But nowadays, people just do what they want. And you know, for our situation and where we're at, we have our daughter. It's perfect for us in our situation and going forward, and that's all it's going to be. And so now I'm going to get punished for that. Yeah, because I have 1 kid, I don't have any deals.
Similarly, it's been a while, but once I got out of my last relationship. So I've never been married, never have kids. But when I got out of my last relationship, I was in that relationship for 3 years. It was quite a long time. I got very comfortable in that relationship, split everything in half, all this jazz. So as soon as I got out of this relationship, I had to start going grocery shopping by myself. I had to start doing all this stuff by myself. And I was like, oh my God, this country is made for couples. Everything is so expensive as a single person. Like... Because
like you got to do everything in 2s.
Everything is so expensive because food is always cheaper the more you buy. I'm like, I don't eat enough to buy in bulk, but these bulk prices, you have to have 2 people to eat that shit, or it's gonna go bad. This is ridiculous. You get, like you were saying, a lot of ticket deals are for couples as well, and I'm like. I'm not a couple. Like, you know, it's like you pay a quarter the price extra to get this couple deal because it's still going to be more expensive. But it's like I'm not getting a deal as a single person. But I'm like saving the population or whatever. Just because I don't want kids. Like this world is grossly overpopulated. There's people so I'm doing my part.
People that I know or that may listen to this, hearing this and going, you know, they may have 3 or 4 or so kids, and they're just completely pissed at me right now. You know, you're bitching because you can't get a deal. You have 1 kid and we got fucking 3, and we're trying to make ends meet and get a deal, and you're bitching.
Well, they can't bitch at that. What about people that have 5, 6, 7 kids?
I'm sorry. I should get a deal.
No, I'm sick. Yeah, no, I agree. That's
God
shitty.
Damn it.
That's not Jason.
Sorry, Nancy.
Well, they have 3 kids. Y'all couldn't get.
No, I'm just saying you're cursing.
They didn't get a deal either.
You're cursing.
I understand.
And
I was still in the deals. I was like, there are 3 kids in his family. They didn't get deals either.
No,
we got chided for cursing during our Christmas episode.
So they have 3 kids. So they had a family of 5.
Yeah.
So they're in the scenario you're talking about, where they have to pay for 1 extra ticket.
Yeah, they get faulted for having.
Yeah, they get screwed that way. I get screwed the other way.
Well, at least my family, we got the discounted high school lunch deals. We got discounted lunches because we were so poor growing up. So, I mean, at least we got that.
Well, there's that.
At least we got that. 40 cents for lunch.
You know, that's my rant. It's just that you cannot. A family of 3 just gets a shaft.
Yeah,
shaft.
That is pretty bullshitty.
So that's my rant. And I noticed it more during the holiday season. We were trying to do holiday themed things that you had to either get tickets for or get reservations for. It was always for either a couple or a family of 4.
It's like what about all these businesses, all these festivals, they want to try to be like family, and they put these deals in place to try to draw people in. Like, oh, we'll give you all these discounted prices, but then they only do 1 discount. And they don't, and I'm like, you're okay, hold up, but you're excluding most of the population. Well, you got to think too. A
family of 3, if you give us a deal to get into
Jason is just like whatever. But no, I understand.
Well, no, listen though. A family of 3, if you give us a deal to get in the door, we're going to spend more money because we only have 1 kid.
Yeah.
So we're going to spend more. We have more.
You spoil the shit
we have
out of
more.
That
what do they call that? Disposable income. because we only have one kid.
Well, maybe they think they'll come anyway because you have more disposable income. You can pay for that one kid. And
yeah, but see, get me in the door first. Give me a deal to get in the door. Then I'll spend some money.
I agree.
All right.
You're more likely to spend more money inside the park than you are on tickets.
Yes.
I absolutely agree.
Yes.
Totally.
Jay, in about 10 months, you will be commenting on this.
We'll see. Mark your calendars.
I think one rant.
I think one rant was enough for today.
That was mutual.
It was a mutual rant shared by two people.
Niche, thank you for hearing me on that because it is valid.
It's a joint rant.
It is a joint rant.
That means we're all coming together.
We are,
except for me. I'm coming by myself.
Jason needs food. We need Taco Bell.
Hang on. Let's save that for the podcast after dark. If you're doing that,
we got it.
I'm saving it for the podcast after dark.
I feel like I want Taco Bell now.
Okay, so we're going to go get some Taco Bell because we don't like to eat right.
I'm hungry.
We want our food to go right through us and taste good before it happens. So with that,
just got to tide me over till the next meal.
We will bid you adieu. And thank you for listening. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram.
Please leave us
Twitter
a comment.
if you want, but we don't really care.
What's the right number of kids to have? Please leave us a comment.
0.
What do you think?
2.
Anyway.
Either 0 or 2.
I think 1 is good.
Apparently 2.
I'm good with 1.
1 is too little. 2. According to your wife.
Anyway.
Please, if you're Mike's wife, leave a comment. Because she has told me she wants to have another child.
Oh, boy.
I feel like Mike is putting the kibosh on that.
Maybe I will get a deal one day.
I feel like it might be coming.
Oh, boy.
We should both have a kid at the same time, dude. Imagine that.
Uh-oh.
All right. All 3 of us should have a kid at the same time.
Hell no. No.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Peace.
Goodbye.
See ya.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Hopefully we didn't offend.
But we probably did. Follow us on Facebook.
And Instagram.
This was
Got Off Topic. Anal.
Oops.